How to properly buy ND filters? Today, let's talk about it. First, we got photography ND filters. These ones you can attach onto photography lenses, and you have different type of strengths, -6, -3, and so on. This is the one from B+W. In comparison to a variable ND filter, these ones that come in stubs are quality-wise definitely very good and reliable. Up next, we got ND filters for cinema cameras. So for example, this one, the 4x5.65. These ones you usually attach in front of the matte box and then attach it onto the camera. Then we have these special ND filters, which are specifically designed to be attached at the rear of a lens. These are for like lenses that are very wide and have a curved surface at the front, so you can use these and attach it at the back. They also come in different stops like 0.6, 0.9, 1.2 and so on. Lastly, we got variable ND filters for photography lenses. These are good to have because then you don't need to bring a couple of those in different stops, but you have a lot of stops in one filter. So if, for example, you turn and twist here, you can have different strengths. For example, if we're shooting outside, you will have one more tool to control your exposure. Let's say we don't have it, then maybe you're using the aperture to stop down. A lot of the part of the image is actually sharp, then the whole thing looks more like video-ish and too sharp overall. But if you have an ND filter, then you can use that to stop down and have an aperture that is higher. And you get a more shallow depth of field, a more blurry background, it looks more cinematic. This one I really like. This is a variable ND filter, so you don't need to bring too many different type of ND filter strengths. If I put this one's strength on high, then it won't show me the X effect on the image. It has very detailed markings on the side, and it has actually a start and stop. Accessory that I think looks very ugly but it's super useful is this flippable ND filter bracket. So this one you can then use, you can flip it up if you don't use it, and you can flip it down if you want to use the ND filter. The only part I don't like about this variable ND filter is this part. You can use this to adjust the strengths better, but if you often put it in and out of your backpack, you might actually damage it very easy. So in my case, I took it off. The lens cap is attached via magnets, which is really nice and cool. But unfortunately, I very often lose my lens caps, and if I attach the original lens cap, it won't actually attach on. There are different diameters for these ND filters. It depends on your lens. And in my case, I would rather recommend go for the largest one, which is the 82mm, and then actually use a lot of lens ring adapters to increase your diameter of a lens that might not be 82 to 82. So then you only need to buy one of these ND filters and not have many different ND filters with different diameters just because you have different lenses with different diameters. First, we got the cheap Zomei variable ND filter. We can already see it kind of has a little bit lower contrast, a little bit dirty. I feel its glass is also not the best quality. Then we got the case one, which looks to me pretty natural, no color shifts, it's very clean. Then we got the Tiffen Cinema ND filter. This one actually I always felt it has like a green tint with it, which I really don't like. And for its price, I think it's actually not justifiable. Okay, that's it. Hopefully this has helped you, and next time if you need an ND filter, you know how to choose.